Hello and welcome to my equipment showcase on Havel's set. Havel's armor offers some of the highest physical defenses you can get in the game. However, this comes at the price of weight. The armor is very heavy and quite possibly one of the heaviest sets in the game. It also offers very good elemental resistances. However, it does not offer the best elemental resistances. Just like in the first Dark Souls, it offers a large amount of poise, 120 poise from all four pieces of the armor together. But I think poise has changed quite a bit in the Dark Souls 2, and perhaps poise might be a little bit of an overrated stat now. I found that this guy with a great sword could stagger my character in PvP in just one-handed normal attack, despite me wearing Havel's armor and having 126 poise. Back in the first Dark Souls, Havel's shield had some kind of special ability. It was something to do with augmenting player defenses. I don't remember what it was, but I don't remember it being very useful either. Now in Dark Souls 2, Havel's great shield no longer really has anything special about it, other than it offers some really good resistances and percentage damage blocked from all types of damage, pretty much. Yet again, that comes at the price of a very heavy weight. The shield weighs 20 units of weight. It is likely to be the heaviest shield in the game. With my build, I found that it was essential to have 48 vitality. You might be able to get away with 47 vitality. I'm not sure, but I went with 48 just to be safe. And the essential rings for this set are the Royal Soldier Ring +2 and the third Dragon Ring. With these two rings equipped together, you get plus 35% equip burden increase. So with this, I am able to wield all of the equipment here and still be able to roll. Of course, it is the heaviest roll. The heaviest roll, but not the over encumbered roll. And yeah, it works well. This is a melee only build that I went with, so I went with adaptability instead of any other offensive stat like attunement or faith or intelligence. Now what I'm showing here is the location of the forgotten key, which you will need to unlock the location of Havel's armor. Now where you find his armor, you also find his shield, and his weapon, the Dragon Tooth, it will be located elsewhere, which I will also show after all of this. Dealing with these two giants can be pretty tricky, but the physical defenses that I have on my character will come in handy. And I have not mentioned this yet, but you can actually upgrade Havel's armor, unlike in Dark Souls, the first Dark Souls, which you couldn't. It takes 9 Twinkling Titanites to upgrade Havel's armor. One piece of Havel's armor from the starting point of +0 to +5. That's it's quite a bit of Twinkling Titanite, but it takes 15 Twinkling Titanite to upgrade a weapon from +0 to +5. So I was farming the Twinkling Titanites over at the Dragon Airy, I believe it's pronounced, same place where you get the Dragon Tooth, and well, that was a really slow process, and I just ultimately decided to go with only upgrading 2 pieces of Havel's armor. And here I'm in the gutter, by the way, from the first bonfire. It's really quick and easy to get Havel's armor. It is a great shield if you have the key. Now here Normally there would be a dragon right here, but I already beat him. There's the dragon tooth. The last place that you saw me was the dragon Airy, and it is also I think it's probably the best place to farm Twinkling Titanites. Once Dark Souls 2 comes out on PC, it will be much easier to do things like hack instead of, you know, farming. Yeah. That's why I like games on the PC better. For the convenience of making YouTube videos when I wanna get everything upgraded, it can be a lot easier to obtain items like Twinkling Titanites. Just use hacks instead of spending time farming. 2 backstabs and I get taken out. So yeah, elemental defenses aren't the best. They are pretty good. They aren't the best on Havel's with Havel's armor. Now the 200 heavy attack of Havel's, or rather the Dragon Tooth, it's kinda similar to the Giant Warrior Club. However, the first one is a linear smash, and the second move of the combo is a spinning attack. Spinning attack can be very deadly, but I rarely hit anyone with it. It's even more difficult to hit people with the second combo of his heavy attack with the Dragon Tooth. But as we saw in that last fight, that guy using his Moonlight Greatsword was able to stagger me in one hit, despite me having 126 poise. So yeah, that is something to note. Poise may be not as necessary as it was in the first Dark Souls. I'm sure more testing needs to be done on that. And I would look to people like Phantom EWGF for that kind of Dark Souls science stuff. The moveset of the Dragon Tooth is pretty similar to the moveset in the first game of the Dragon Tooth. However, it has changed. I think it's changed in more ways than it is the same, but I don't remember entirely. Now, all this PvP, it is on New Game Plus. My character is around level 190 something, but I do have at least 10 points of wasted stats. As you saw earlier, I have a 60 strength on this character, and I believe you only need 50 strength to wield the weapon. The weapon does not have very good scaling, and that is really why I upgraded the weapon to raw, as you saw earlier. I found that upgrading the weapon to raw would do more damage than, you know, having it just be +5 normal. Now this fight is a little bit strange. I'll just let you guys see what happens in the end. I find it very difficult to deal with people with the great shields like a Havel shield and this guy's shield. I think it's the GYRM shield. Grim, however you pronounce that. But yeah, it's difficult to deal with these guys. Seems strange to say that. Now here I am using the Havel shield, but I don't really like the playstyle of hiding behind it. Of course, using a strength weapon, I sometimes enjoy bashing at my opponent's shield to eat away at their stamina. However, when they use a great shield, all of that is usually just in vain and only puts you in risk. So it's kind of like you have to play smarter when they're using a great shield, I suppose. Now, when I was invading people, I switched my Ring of Life for a Ring of Blades +1, I believe it's called. Alright, so I could only assume that guy has returned to his world due to some kind of internet issue. But yeah, that's my guess. Otherwise, what happened there? It's a mystery. This guy got really lucky. I don't know how he was able to hit me with that. Oh, one other thing to mention is Havel. I was reading some guy and he was talking about Havel's lore or something. And oh yeah, Havel uses great magic barrier and magic barrier. So that may be very relevant to use those spells with this armor set and the weapon and shield, if you want to do some accurate cosplay. In the first Dark Souls they had Havel's ring, which, oh yeah, this right here, that is how you make a grand entrance when fighting someone in PvP. That is just, you gotta do some parkour before you fight someone. But yeah, in the first Dark Souls they had Havel's ring, which was pretty powerful. I think it increased your equip burden by 50% or something like that. It's a pretty big number, but they no longer have that in this Dark Souls. However, they do have the Royal Soldier ring +2, which is similar but not quite as powerful. That's very understandable, seeing that we are now able to equip 4 rings anyways. I keep failing with this guy. I'm never really able to punish him for using that miracle. Smart thing to do here would be just go head on when he uses a miracle, but instead I get lucky and dodge that Wrath of the Gods and hit him once, and finish him off here with an odd use of the Dragon Tooth hitbox. Now this is the kind of opponent that I like to fight. A man who uses a shield that's kind of weak. I haven't really seen anyone effectively use parrying in PvP. So yeah, I guess using a great shield is the easier thing to do right now. Something like the tower shield, or even just a shield like the Throne Defender shield that has a fair amount of stability and is just good overall. And that is it. Thanks for watching and goodbye.